Oh, yeah. Figured it out. Oh, yeah. Figured it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hello, nation, and welcome back to the homestead. Well, today is not really kind of an informative video as much as it is us asking for your help. Our Honda Fit has developed a noise, and for the life of me, for the last like 2 months, I've been trying to run down this noise and I can't figure it out. So we're gonna start eliminating some of the things that we saw on the internet of other people that ran across this similar noise, and see if that takes the noise away. And if it doesn't, then I'm definitely going to need you guys in the comments to tell me what y'all think. So let's go listen to this noise. Now, of course, it's not going to make it when the video camera's on, right? Let's see. Now, occasionally it'll make it. It'll make the noise in park, in reverse. Most of the time it's in drive. It'll never do it in neutral. And it only does it when we first really get going. And then as your speed increases or your RPMs increase, it seems to go away. Now, yesterday, as going up a hill where it put a little bit of extra drag, I guess could be the word, it really got bad when we were going up a hill. This thing's not gonna make the noise. Now I got the camera on. See, that's the problem when you have a situation like this, when it only does it occasionally, and so it makes it harder to run this rabbit down. There it was a little bit. Now see, the moment I put it in neutral, it goes away. Now, some of the things that I read on Honda Fit forums, different people with YouTube videos, one of the things that it said was you had your transmission fluid was either old or it was overfilled. I checked our transmission fluid. I do think it may be a little bit overfull, but it's definitely dirty. So I'm on my way to, I think, AutoZone, I think Robin found it, or Walmart, to get transmission fluid, and we're gonna change that and see if that stops it. All right, so I'm doing about 45, 50 miles an hour, and you don't hear it. There's no sound. This is the way it always happens. And I guess that's what the frustrating part is if it did it all the time, it would be easier to run down, versus that it happens, what's that, periodically. That's the word. Now, even if I stand on it, see, if I give it a little bit of gas, it'll do it. We're also going up a hill.
But then it evens out.
But then it evens out.
Yeah.
I'm doing 60 now, and it evens out. So the things that I've read and heard was the transmission fluid, which we're going to try to do, which we're going to do today. I'm also going to look at this heat plate, and I'll show you guys when we get it underneath the car. That's supposed to have some washer that over time well, I guess it was a plastic washer, the one guy said, and over time it just kind of deteriorates. And so so when you get on it, or when you go to accelerate, you cause the motor to go up in RPMs and stuff. This is going to be fun.
But see, there,
it didn't do it.
you stood on it and it didn't do it.
Yeah. And they said that with that plate, that once you start to give the motor RPMs, of course the motor's going to shake a little bit more, and then that heat plate then rattles. Because that's what, to me, at first, it sounded like something that was rattling. And so I went all up underneath this car looking for a loose bolt, this, that, and the other thing, and I couldn't find anything. So we're just gonna start running this rabbit.
Right there. From the air conditioner.
Okay, so we went and we picked up the transmission fluid and a longer funnel. I'll show you where that comes into play when we get done draining the fluid. But right now, I'm gonna get on my creeper, lay underneath here. Robin's gonna start the vehicle, and then she's gonna put it in drive because this is a front wheel drive, and since it's up on stands, it's not gonna go anywhere. To see if I can see, maybe I can see what's rattling just laying down here. Put it in drive. Put it in park. Give it a little gas. Take your foot off the brake. Okay, $1 million question. Did you guys see what I saw? May have figured out. We're gonna let the car cool down. But since we already got it up, I'm gonna go ahead and change the transmission fluid anyway, because the manual calls for it to be changed every 30,000 miles. And it's been roughly 20 to 25,000 miles since we've gotten the car. So we're just gonna go ahead and do it early. So we're gonna show you guys changing out the transmission fluid. Okay, so this is rather interesting with this Honda Fit. Right here is your drain plug. And as you can see, it's a square head. I mean, you can't put a socket on it because it's smooth all the way around, but it's square. And so I went searching through my sockets, and the only things I could find is just my Allen wrench types. But the funny thing is, 3/8 drive ratchet fits. Of course I got it.
It's dry as
like
a bone.
nothing.
Nice try.
You got lucky. Nah, I knew what I was doing. It's just a regular funnel. I had one of these already. It's up there in the top of the toolbox. But I use that a lot for oil, so I don't want to mix the two, so I went ahead and got another one. But I needed this nice long tube because our fill for the transmission, come shine the light there, it's all the way down there.
Wait, you can't even see it.
Way down there.
How much do transitions usually?
This one's a Alright, so we got the transmission fluid changed. We're going to go for a little test drive because so far, no noise. Now, I did do something a little different that maybe I shouldn't have. One of the little hangers for the exhaust, the hanger comes down like this and it hooks like that. And it's on this rubber grommet where it was kind of pushed back. So I pushed it back forward. So that also may be the reason. But let's see.
No.
Nope. Noise is still there. Now, Honda is weird. I know a lot of you guys probably right now are screaming, you didn't flush it, you didn't flush it. You're absolutely right. I didn't flush it. Honda doesn't want you to flush the transmission. I'm gonna reset your trip thing.
Oh.
Okay, there's the noise. The noise is still there. So it wasn't the transmission fluid. Honda is different. You drain your transmission fluid, put new in, wait, and drive it around for 100 miles. And then do it again. And you have to do this 3 times. So, in theory, I guess it still could be that because it hasn't completely flushed out the system. But I think it's what we saw in the video. Let me know in the comments below if you saw it. And but I think it's the rattling from that's gotta be it. So if you didn't see it in the video, I'm gonna tell you what it basically tell you what I think it is. As if you follow our muffler back up to where the catalytic converter is, there's a black bar that runs completely underneath it, almost like a support bar, for a lack of a better term. I don't really know what that bar is there for. But I think the catalytic converter is when the motor was flexing, like when I had Robin step on the gas, you saw it flex a little bit. And I think when it flexes, it's tapping on that support bar. This is the hypothesis. I have to let the car completely cool down before I can like push up on it to see if there's any little tiny dents or any wear and tear on that bar whatsoever. So I'm gonna let the car cool down and then we're gonna take another look. Put it in drive.
In drive.
Turn the wheel.
Feels like it's directly right.
Do it again. It's crazy. I can see the glove. The glove is shaking. That's exactly what it is.
You can feel the vibration in this.
I can see it on your glove.
That's exactly what it is. These hangers are probably worn out. Stretched down too much. That's exactly what it is. Put it in park. Oh. Yeah. Figured it out. Oh yeah. Figured it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's like 8,000 pounds of stress. Now, it's out of my wheelhouse when it comes to exhaust systems because you got to be able to weld it and do all of that. But praise God, it's not a major issue with the flywheel, the transmission. When you have a basic knowledge of mechanics, you can start to rule out things like it could have been the flywheel, but I wasn't leaning heavy on it because when I'm in park, the motor's still running, and the flywheel is connected to the crankshaft, or the crank, which is constantly moving, which means it's constantly spinning. The clutch is engaged, which stops the transmission from engaging, which stops your car from going. So to me, if it was the flywheel, it should have rattled all the time. It was driving me crazy that it wouldn't rattle in park, reverse, neutral, only in drive, and then only when you just really start going. And the reason that is, and if you remember the footage for when Robin was in the car and I was laying on the creeper, you saw the torque. Now, with this being a front wheel drive vehicle, a lot of our old hot rods and American cars, we go engine transmission. With your front wheel drive cars, they kind of go this way. So when it torques, and all motors torque, so when it torques, when you turn on the accelerator, it's twisting this way instead of this way. Like a big V8 is going to twist this, back and forth like this. This guy's going to twist like this. So when she accelerated it, it made it twist, and that small of a twist, with how this exhaust system is run, twisted that exhaust pipe on those brackets for it to rat-a-tat-tat across that support bar. So I'm thankful that we were able to figure this out. Like I said, 8,000 pounds of stress gone just because I was able to figure it out. If you found this video because your Honda Fit was making this rattling noise, hey, go check out your exhaust brackets and see if your catalytic converter is tapping on that support bar. You just never know when it comes to vehicles, what you're going to run into and how it makes you scratch your head. But it's a good thing because it keeps your wits going. So, hey, if you guys found this video helpful, hey, give us the big old thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let us know if we helped you or not. Whether or not you agree with what I think it is or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for stopping by the Big Bear Homestead. God bless, and have a nice day.